Severe weather coverage for East Alabama and West Georgia on Dr. Don's Weather is powered by Southern Union State Community College, Alpha Insurance Agent Jamie Dukas, East Alabama Bee Company, and is brought to you in part by Southern Auction Solutions, Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Genesis Way Clinic in Roanoke, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, Auction 431 South, Town of Wadley, and Bama Diesel Repair. Now, from the Alpha Weather Center, here's Dr. Don.
Good afternoon, East Alabama and West Georgia, coming up on 541 Central, 641 Eastern. On Monday, July 3rd, 2023, we can officially call it the 4th of July. Most of you are off work by now, and we're getting ready for our celebrations tomorrow across the area. And while we have no severe weather across East Alabama and West Georgia this evening, we do have some strong thunderstorms out there, so I thought I would jump in and give you a quick update this evening and kind of talk to you a little bit about what we expect to happen tomorrow, since most everybody will be out and about and having a good time to support our nation's birthday. So first, let's talk about what's happening out there right now. We do have some scattered, relatively small thunderstorms down there in southwestern Clay. We had one that moved out of eastern Tallapoosa over into western Chambers. That storm near Pennon is beginning to fade away. The storm in Clay County, let's go in there and take a closer look at that. It is now moving to the north, but you'll notice we have an outflow boundary that it's about to collide with up there around Chambers Springs. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how those two interact with one another. This is an outflow boundary from the storms further to the north, about to collide with this thing moving to the north, right there along Highway 148 just to the west of Millerville. We do have a hail marker on that storm, so let's peek at that. Yeah, only a 10% chance of hail, 0% chance of anything severe. So if there is any hail in that storm, it's going to be very small. We zoom back out. Let's look down here. Yeah, really nothing to the south other than down there in Autauga County. We've got a few storms down there, then a few scattered light showers along I-85 down around Shorter and Tuskegee. Really nothing happening in Randolph County at this hour. The big stuff is going to be right along I-20, really from about Six Flags just outside of Atlanta all the way back through Douglasville. Then down into portions of Carroll County. Just to the east of Roopville is probably the heaviest thunderstorm down there. The hail marker is showing us a 70% chance of hail with that storm, most likely pea-sized hail down there just to the east of Roopville in Carroll County. Then on the north up there, just north of Bremen, 60% chance we may have some pea-sized hail there. Cleburne County, about a 50% chance that we may have some hail taking place down there in Ranburne, all the way back up to I-20 and then stretching back over to Highway 431 near Shula Finney. And then right along I-20, Anniston, just light rain right now, some heavier showers to the south of I-20 in extreme northeastern Talladega County. And then from about Center Point back down to just west of Childersburg, another line of storms with a 70% chance of hail. Now, that hail may be a little bit larger. We may be looking at dime to nickel-sized hail just to the northeast of the Birmingham radar there in Shelby County. That would be just west of Childersburg. And then there's the city of Birmingham. We've got rain from Leeds back over to Birmingham, down to Hoover, all the way back down to Alabaster, and then north of I-20 all the way back to the Alabama-Mississippi state line. Raining pretty good now over there in Millport, Reform, Alabama, Carrollton, Alabama, near Aliceville, and then some pretty good-sized storms over just north of Columbus, Mississippi, and Starkville, Mississippi as well. These storms seem to be riding right along I-20 We've been watching to see if we can get any southern component to these storms. And while the storms are not moving to the south or southeast, they do appear to be kind of building to the southeast, all the way down to where you see this gust front that's now moving through Childersburg and headed for Sylacauga. So we could see the north end of Clay and the north end of Randolph fill in with some storms here in the next hour or so. Let's go back to that Clay County storm because it's not severe, but it is getting stronger. Now we begin to see a little better indication that we may have some hail taking place there, even though the marker is only saying a 10%. That really is beginning to look like we may have a little better chance than that, that we do have some hail taking place there in Clay County, just north of Highway 148. We'll watch that storm to see maybe if it continues to grow. The Weather Service may go ahead and issue at least a special weather statement on that storm. So zooming all the way out, let me take the NextRad product off and turn on the composite so we can see the entire picture here. And there it is, zooming all the way out. And just look at that, would you? We got lots of storms down there around Jacksonville, just south of Savannah. Then the storms pick up again up here in northeast Georgia. And it stretches all the way back to near Shreveport, Mississippi, and then back to the northwest near Oklahoma. Now, all of this is not coming through. As we lose the heat of the day, these storms will start to calm down, and you know the deal. By 10, 11, 12 o'clock tonight, it'll all be gone. And then we'll have a repeat performance tomorrow for your 4th of July. Temperature's not going to be quite as warm tomorrow as what we saw today, and today wasn't quite as warm as what we had yesterday. Even though it's kind of hard to argue that point if you're outside in this soupy mess, it certainly feels hot out there. We're not in the upper 90s, I guess, so comparatively speaking, we're not as hot as we have been the last couple of days, and that'll be the case on your 4th of July. But we will be dodging raindrops tomorrow afternoon. Potentially into tomorrow night. A lot of folks will have their fireworks shows tomorrow night. And, you know, as it often is on the 4th of July, we may have to plan those fireworks around some Mother Nature fireworks as we get into our 4th of July. So not expecting widespread severe weather tomorrow. I think everyone should carry on with their outdoor plans. Hey, you got plans to go to the lake, the river, the creek, the beach, wherever it is, continue with those plans tomorrow, but be weather aware. Know what's going on around you. Understand how to find current weather information. Of course, we'll be broadcasting for you here on Dr. Don's Weather all throughout the day if conditions warrant. We'll certainly give you updates and kind of give you an idea of what you can expect as we go into the afternoon. So that's the best idea as we head into your 4th of July. Question, are we clear for fireworks on Lake Harding tonight? Well, let me go down here and take a look at you, Lake Harding. There you are, down there, right there. And you can see that there are a few light showers up here around Casita and Lynette that are moving off to the east. There's Lake Harding right there on your map. So let me zoom, just remember where that's at. I'll just try to keep the marker on it, and we'll zoom out and take a look at where all the big stuff is in comparison to you. And you can see that all the heavy storms really from about Montgomery west are moving northeast, and then all of that rain up there along the I-20 corridor moving right along the I-20 corridor off to the east. So I don't see anything impending at the moment that's going to prevent fireworks show on Lake Harding. But now understand, you'll see down here around Tuskegee, Union Springs, back over toward Eufaula, we're beginning to see some smaller showers pop up down there. So there certainly could be some showers in the area. You've got one down there in the southern end of Lee County that's beginning to develop there as well, down there south of Beauregard, that could end up affecting you up there on Lake Harding. But at the moment, no, there's nothing out there. Probably even odds that you might have a shower or thunderstorm at firework time around 9 o'clock this evening. Will Roanoke get any rain between 7 and 8? That's a $64 million question. Yeah, I think there's a decent chance. I mean, it's, what are we at? We're at 5:50, so we're looking at about an hour and 10 minutes or so. You've got some light showers to the southwest of Roanoke now, and I mean, they're pretty light. Watching that stuff down there in Autauga County. The showers and thunderstorms up there around I-20 really not moving toward Roanoke. So, I'd say probably a 40, maybe 50% chance you'll see a scattered shower in Roanoke between 7 and 8 o'clock this evening. Same thing for Buffalo, Kim. Lakewood Dowie in house. Hey, Mike, over in La Grange. You're welcome, Kim. You folks on Facebook, I know that if you're on Facebook, you can see everybody's username. I'm not actually following the Facebook group when I'm broadcasting live. I'm watching a combination of Facebook and YouTube chat room, which is combined by the program that we use to distribute our signal to all of our social platforms, which is called Restream. And when you see that link box roll up there in the chat room that says Restream.io, it says, Facebook users, please go to, and then there's a link there for you. If you're on Facebook, please click that link and give Restream permission to show your username so I can know who you are. All I see is Facebook user. If you're on Facebook watching us tonight, you can see everybody's username. I cannot. So please do that if you're a Facebook user. You folks over on the YouTube don't have to worry about that. This is simply for Facebook users. Yeah, and whoever posted support Dr. Don, I can't see who you are. But thank you for that, because that is very important. We depend on your support. As a matter of fact, we want to welcome a brand new partner with us here on Dr. Don's Weather. Give me a second to get it set up here. There we go. We've got Mr. Ron Young with Southern Auction Solutions at 334-885-1787. Mr. Ron came on with us yesterday, as a matter of fact. Today is his first day with us here on Dr. Don's Weather as a partner. And Ron, we greatly appreciate you coming on board and helping support what we do for East Alabama and West Georgia during times of severe weather. Ron is with Southern Auction Solutions. If you got stuff you need to turn into cash, he's the one to handle it for you. Give him a call at 334-885-1787. Thank you much, Ron. We greatly appreciate you and all the folks at Southern Auction Solutions for supporting us here on Dr.
Severe
Don's
weather coverage for East Alabama.
Hush, Clint. By the way, that voice is, his name is Clint. He gets a little happy sometimes. Hey, Sharon's in Alexander City. Let's see here. Tanetta, what about Wadley? Same thing as the rest of you around East Alabama and West Georgia. You may have a little sprinkle going on down there in Wadley right now. We're showing a little bit there. But at the moment, I don't see anything significant headed toward Wadley or Roanoke. Let me go back to NextRad, which gives us a little better resolution on things. Let's see here. Paula Malone on Lakewood Dowie. Hey, Miss Paula. What about Fredonia? Fredonia up in the What About Club this evening. Yeah, nothing happening there in Fredonia. But look, folks, see, like this little thing just popped up just north of Roanoke. You got this down here in southern Lee. You see these little bitty storms. There's one over there in extreme southwest Clay. We've been watching that one. That could pop up anywhere. We call these popcorn pop-up storms. They look like popcorn popping up on the radar in the heat of the afternoon. And They could pop anywhere across East Alabama or West Georgia. Nobody can tell you exactly where that's going to happen or what time that's going to happen. We're good, but we're just not that good just yet as far as being able to predict where these storms are going to. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just telling you the truth. I know a lot of folks they got these apps on their phone, and they say, well, it's going to tell me when it's going to start raining. And sometimes the app gets it right. A lot of times they do not. So, yeah, let's see what else we got here. Watching from Ranburn. I can't see who you are because you're a Facebook user. Watching from Woodland. There's, Erica watching us from Clem, Georgia. So that's the deal, folks. I just want to jump in here right quick and kind of give you a heads up on some of these storms we've got going out there this evening. Again, nothing severe. We have no severe warnings out there. As a matter of fact, the only weather statement we have is one that just popped up. This is a special weather statement over there for Shelby County for that thunderstorm that's just crossed over the Shelby County Airport right there at the radar site. And that's headed over into Talladega. So that could get kind of strong there from central and southern Talladega down to around Sylacauga. If it holds together, it could end up over in Clay County in about an hour or so. But just like yesterday and the day before, these storms are moving very slow. So where it's raining right this moment is pretty heavy. And you could have a pop-up shower just about anywhere at any time across all of East Alabama and West Georgia this afternoon. Hey, so we'll keep an eye on this for you, and if we get anything that is significant that I feel like you guys need to know, we'll be right back, and we'll continue with our severe weather coverage here on Dr. Don's Weather.
Severe weather coverage for East Alabama and West Georgia on Dr. Don's Weather is powered by Southern Union State Community College, Alpha Insurance Agent Jamie Dukas, East Alabama B Company, and is brought to you in part by Southern Auction Solutions, Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Genesis Way Clinic in Roanoke, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, Auction 431 South, Town of Wadley, and Bama Diesel Repair. We will continue to monitor the latest weather conditions across the area and return with updates as conditions warrant. This is Dr. Don's Weather